guys, once again to another episode. Today I'm in Mombasa. I just want to take you through the far we have come on this particular project. You remember, I think 3-4 months down the line we had started this project. We are almost approaching the end of it. We have a month or two to go. We have done most of the things. The remaining parts are just touch-ups, electrical lights, and a bit of sanitary fittings. I also want to take this opportunity to just thank you because you've been so supportive on our channel. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and even to like our channel. So stay tuned as I take you through the nitty-gritties or the specific items that we've been doing on these projects. Let's walk in. So guys, we are inside the house. We have done major changes in this project. We've done the flooring, we've done the ceilings, we've done the skimmings, we've done electrical wires, we've done kitchenettes, we've done the kitchen, we've done the decorative glass panels. We have also done the vanities, shower cubicles, and decorative elements on walls. Here in the lounge, normally what happens or what had happened, if you check on the 3D or if you remember what I described in the first version of our presentation, we were to do the floors, which we've already done. The specific elements for this project is actually tailor-made to what our client needs are or what our client taste is. So for from the design that we had, we normally get our supplies, or we do our supplies depending on what we design first. Secondly, our choice of material and elements on site are also based on the client taste and preferences. So at times, whatever we do on the 3Ds is actually a visual representation, and it is not exactly what probably might be the end product, because you also do not know what you'll get in the market when you go sourcing. So we showed maybe gray tiles on our 3Ds, but as we were doing the shopping with the client, we ended up changing the look of the flooring to a wood finish, and then the skirting is gonna be white, but it will be mahogany or it will be in wood finish. Then so we have the wood finish tiles, which are the granito porcelain tiles in 1.2 mm by 200 all around. It's more of a minimalist type of design whereby we are not trying so many things around. So apart from the tiles in the bathrooms, the tile for the entire house will stay this type. So in this lounge, that is what we've done. We also came up with this beautiful wall. This wall was not there on the architectural drawings or in the structure initially. So we had to build up a false wall around here, then come and clad it with this coral stone. Currently, we've done the setup. We have already laid the coral stone. They are natural stones, originally from Mombasa. Then we have the TV unit that comes in here, where we have also done the cabling. As you check around here, all these holes are provision whereby all the cables will go up and feed the TV from this side. So if you had an 86-inch TV or a 100-inch TV, it fits nicely, comes all the way to here. Then I will have my sound bar around there, and then the power points. As I continue, this cabinet comes with a foil. This is a super gloss type of finish. First, before you wrap it out and give it to the client, normally you leave it with the foil. The foil is on there just to protect the cabinet, or to protect the finish, or to protect the outer layer from scratches and abrasion. So you leave it like that until that day everything is complete and you want to hand it over. We just peel it out and then it starts shining. You clean it and then it will shine. If you come very close, these are the things you'll see on site currently. This is a foil on top. Once it is done, we will peel it off and it will be as beautiful. It's also floating, some floating type of concept, and the lower part is left empty. So that is just a concept. Everyone has their preference. Some people will want it to go all the way. So in this setup, probably what we are envisioning is to have a small console or a small cabinetry here, a wall hang, and a and a spotlight on top up there, and the same thing happens exactly on this other side. A small console or a small cabinet, a top beautiful wall hanging all the way to the other side, and then a spotlight shining towards them facing down. Then we have our beautiful arrangement whereby we might have a 2-seater here, a 3-seater on that side, and a beautiful 2 armchairs with a stool in the middle. Then if you look on top, without forgetting our signature work is the gypsum works. If my cameraman can just show, the gypsum works really looks very nice, simple and straightforward. Stepped gypsum ceilings with a surround decorative cornice molding in straight lines, and then we have done a provision in the middle where we'll have a beautiful overhanging chandelier, massive overhanging chandelier coming down. And then we've also have, because the lounge is a double volume, we also have a curtain that is flowing from all the way from the first floor, flowing down with a sheer on the behind side. Without also forgetting, because the theme is more white and a few throws here and there, our sliding aluminium windows are also in gray, just to complement the white background that will be around, and then with the curtains that are there. Then if you open, you'll see the balcony. I think I will come into the balcony, or I'll show you the final product once we have done the seating arrangement there. So I will not go into details about that. And in Mombasa, most of the times, because of the mosquito netting, mosquitoes, we have also provided a mosquito netting on the sliding panel, so that in the event you open up this door, let's say you have opened up this door to the other side, you close this one, air moves in, but insects are not moving in. So it looks as if it's closed, but this is just to shield the mosquito from moving or the insect from flying into the house. That is it for the lounge. Then while seated in this lounge, probably what other features you'll be seeing, and that you can also copy from the 3Ds that we supplied. We are also going to have some beautiful signature mahogany frames that fit from wall to wall here, with a beautiful architrave around that floats all the way and comes to this side, and then from this end it meets the skirting, which is also in mahogany, and it flows all the way, and the situation repeats itself all the way around. So that is what you will be seeing around here when the design is finished. Then on the upper level, the same thing you'll see there. You will also see the wooden arches, and then you also see the railing, because you have to protect in terms, because as you are looking into things like aesthetics, you also have to think about functionality, and you also have to think about security, and you have to secure the people also living around. So we will put a railing that will be in wood all around from this side, flowing all the way from that side to that side. And then because we are also in the coastal region, it's a bit, the temperatures are a bit sometimes on the higher end. We have also provided provision for beautiful overhanging fans that will enable the circulation of air in this particular area. That is it for the lounge. The other areas are just be touching a bit of what we are doing. So when you come here in the lounge, we have this beautiful decorative mirror that is flowing from one end with the trimming of panel molding around, and it flows all the way to this other side, just leaving a small space for drawing the curtain. Then below it we have this beautiful unfinished panel molding, which other people call wainscoting, nicely done to just brighten up, or just to bring up this space and make it look beautiful instead of just leaving it like that. So currently it has not been finished, because we're expecting a wooden panel to come so that we run it all round, and it's actually in the design, and I also described it in the previous video. Then peel out this protective things. This normally we do this just because when you're working around this panel, you don't have to spill your paints or to spill your filler on the glass, so that by the time you're done, you don't have a lot of work to just clean up or to just tidy up the space. So this, once everything is done, we'll come and clean up these paints. These are marks that are put on this glass to make sure that when these things come on site, they are either facing the north or the south, or the top or the bottom, and even some are numbered to be either D, and then there will be an E, there will be an A, and all like that. So each and every bit or each and every piece has its own specific place. And then around here, in form of that, actually from the architecture, from the design perspective, we'll have just a small console around here that will act as a buffet counter, then leave our wainscoting on that side and wainscoting on this side to be visible, and partially the wainscoting that is here will also be visible. And that is it for this dining. Again, the arch opening, expect to see a proper finished mahogany frame in wood finish. The ceiling, as usual, nothing so much complicated, just a simple step around, a nice beautiful cornice on the inner side and on the outer side to just finish the edges, so that the edges don't look like they were left out, or you can also be able to see any discrepancies or any things that are not being properly done. Then when you sit here in the dining, our dining is going to sit probably 8 to 10 people. We still have more space whereby we have our breakfast counter here. Once our ladies have already prepared, or our men have already prepared their thing, they will come and place them here. And when you're preparing to go to work early in the morning, you don't necessarily need to run to the kitchen. You are here, and then you have a bar stool that maybe it's stored here. You just pull it out, sit on it, pick a story with these people, eat quickly, leave your things there and dash out. And probably because not so many people are accustomed to be sitting on the table, especially when there are 2 or 1, you will probably end up having your thing here. And then this is another concept whereby instead of putting a sink maybe in that corner there, or where people can see, we just pocket it nicely inside this structure, so that we have our granite, we have a nice beautiful bowl, a nice mixer behind there. You wash your hands quickly here and then dash to the table, sit, have your thing, finish, come back, wash, and run away. That is it for the dining. Let's go to the kitchen. So guys, from the dining, we are here in the kitchen, a beautiful spacious space, and everything is actually fitting into space. So from the entry, we have the door, we have a counter. From this side to that side, we are talking about 5 point something meters, because this will be 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter, 600 plus 600. That is around 5.2 meters all the way. So all this works as storage, and also works as our buffet counter. In the event you want to transfer, it's easy to transfer there, and people can have, or people can come even serve from here and go. And then also this works as our worktop, and especially maybe you are here, or you are 2 of you here and you're working, you probably can work from here and have a conversation with people on that side, or have a conversation with people in the lounge. So you're working from this end and also communicating to people on that side. And also on this end, we decided from that particular end to where we will have our chiller, because here we have a chiller that is a wine cellar. And because maybe the client is having a conversation and doing their thing, they can pick their wine here, put it here, serve it in a glass, continue talking, cut your things, onions, do anything, prepare our chapatis. So this becomes our preparation area, and it has storage all the way to here until you get to where we have a wine cellar. Immediately after that, we start cabinets that have doors instead of drawers. You can clearly see drawers are starting from here all the way to the other side. We have a cellar. Then immediately after the cellar, we have doors. So these will be vertical, and then the handles from here to there will be horizontal. And then, without forgetting, we do not supply to you a single lipping type of granite. We give you double lipping, which looks thicker. That is one item. Then another item, instead of filling you with a lot of empty spaces that have not been worked, we give you a proper backsplash. Proper backsplash that floats from the top all the way to the granite top that is holding, or the top of the breakfast counter. So you have a clean space. Apart from that, you also end up getting sockets and switches for working around that have been cut in the granite instead of the backsplash. So even you're working on maintenance of this particular space is very easy, because maintaining granite is just taking a damp cloth, tied it up, and that is it. Immediately after that, I come to the sink. We have a nice, beautiful stainless steel hard sink here. The wiring, if Dennis, you can come closer, we can see all the cabling have been done in such a way that we can also provide for an under sink heater, because at times you do not just actually maybe depend on the solar heating water from the roof, but you can have the under sink. So the cabling have been done. If you see the cutting on the plywood, it is well done. If you see the cutting for the waste pipe, properly done. And this surface, again, without forgetting, we are going to conceal it nicely with a foil, which is a water resistant foil, so that in the event of any spillages, my client is sorted. The granite has been cut nicely. So the sink, these are the markings. If you see, it overlaps all the way to this side. So we'll just come and put it, and then it overlaps, comes all the way and all to this side. So you sit here, do your washing, and we have a long neck and a pull tab. So you can pull it nicely, clean on that side, pull it, clean it on this side quickly, pop, 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 and everything just looks beautiful. On top of just in front and on top of this sink or this counter, we have also provided you with a beautiful granite top, so that this can also work as a surface for either storage or any other thing. And then in the event of water spillages and any dirt, it's easy to clean and you don't see any marks. Most of the times people will put a skirting all the way to this, leave this particular part white or painted the normal paint. So with time, this place is very dirty, and then this particular top is also left empty. So with time, it gets so soiled to a point whereby you can't even maintain it. So these are some of the concepts. So for us to achieve that, we give you a slightly bigger backsplash. Instead of the 100 mm or the 4 inches granite backsplash, we give you maybe 200 or 220 or 205, and then it is attached all the way to the top there. The top overlaps by around 5 mm, and then you get your clean look. Then the counter, we have a small island here, purposely for two purposes. One's purpose is it has like a space on this front side whereby we can have 2 stools and someone can sit and talk to their nannies, talk to their people working around. And also you can be on this other side, you draw out your cabinets. So people on this side, they can use this storage. We have 6 drawers, panels, 3 on one side and 3 on this other side. They can be used for storage of cutleries and all other things that you want on this side, and they can be used on this island purposely for preparation reasons. And that is it for that specific side. Immediately I come from that side, I come to the cooking side. From the cooking side, I have 2 doors on my right, 2 doors on the upper levels. In the middle, I have a cooker. I have also provided for a cooker unit heater under here, which shall be controlled probably from one of these DPs. So this DP, if I pull, I'll be able to know it's actually this. So this is the control unit for here. So when you're working around here and something happens, you don't necessarily need to struggle to come under this cabinet. You just come to this side, put it off, and everything will be off. Then you realize that there is also another electrical provision inside here, and that electrical provision is specifically for the hood. This hood also, you don't necessarily need to fight to go into the socket up there. The control unit is on this side. Then I give you 2 sockets so that in the event you want to use maybe something, you want to do something like heating, maybe it's a water jar or something like that, you can heat from here, or if it's a toaster, you can use the toaster from this side. Then immediately after that, we have 2 doors on that side, drawers in the middle, then 2 doors immediately after. I also give you more spaces, and these spaces probably might be used for things like a blender, things like a toaster, things like just simple things that happen in the kitchen. Then I have some open spaces here that needs a bit of cleaning, but I give you a contrasting color so that now for here, because we are working with black and white, I'm just working with even black and white even in the panels inside. I have the entire carcass in white, but come and just put in a touch or a twist of black to just break down the black, that the white that was dominant. Then immediately after that, we have this pool cabinet. The handles haven't been put, but they are here. We were waiting from our supplier. The client insisted in getting black matte finish cabinet, and that is what we were waiting because they were out of stock, but they are here on site. So in our next video, stay tuned to see how our soft closing mechanism works and how these mechanisms, how they will look like if you push this thing nicely. And these things, actually, it is not as easy as you might think, because there is an element in the construction of this item. The soft close element, if the cabinet is not, doesn't have diagonal, fundis say it does not have diagonal. But if it's not at right angle in all the corners, when you push this thing and you want it to soft close, it will not soft close because that cabinet is not straight. So those are the things that you have to look very keenly into so that you get your things right. And then immediately after, we have this glass storage, which we have put here in the glass storage has a beautiful, nice glass holders that are there. So you just come, remove, go clean if you want to clean, and then you come and place them back. And these are more functional plus decorative. Immediately after that, we have this small cabinet that I can have my small kitchen books here. And then this compartment, you can see it has an electrical point. That is for the microwave. This one also has an electrical point. That is for the oven. And instead of leaving the other cabinet below without anything, we give you more storage in such a way that you can even, and it's a deep drawer. So it gives you more storage for even heavy or bigger things. Then it's still a soft closing type of cabinet. This one needs to be worked on. And then immediately after that, we have a double door fridge. The provision is there, the DP would be there. Then I give you sockets for maybe red wines. In the chiller, we might have the white wines because those ones are the ones that need to be very cold. Then the red wines, this one will be cleaned nicely, and then you come and stock your bottles around here, or even the olive oils around there, and that is it for the kitchen. Simple ceiling as usual. We'll have a suspended light, beautiful black curtain rods, beautiful white pelmet box, and it runs all the way in all the rooms. Black and white, black and white, black curtain rods, beautiful concealing pelmet box surrounding it. That is it for the kitchen. Let's go into the pantry. We see what's happening in the pantry.